All right, we're underway. This is Kingfisher Campbell. I'm the guy who got motivated to start this website because normally I'm publishing through Four Feathers Press, and we have an online edition every month, but the subject is worked out well in advance, like almost a year in advance. So if I want to do something spontaneous, well, then I have to just think of something else. And so the something else was the Kingfisher Poetry Forum. And I did that, and there were like 48 people. It was wonderful. We did a show just like this, and it's on YouTube. And this one is also being recorded for YouTube. This is Kingfisher Poetry Forum 2, simply so that I could have a fresh palette here. Wouldn't have to jump back and forth between something that's already been done and this is all new. So we'll get started. We're going to start with the very first poet on here, which is the last poet to submit, Michelle Smith. There she is. Which
Good
poem would you like
afternoon.
to do, Michelle?
Good afternoon, everybody. I will do the first one,
Okay, and make it a little larger was a good idea.
please.
Let's see.
He is not my president. I will do.
Yeah, I'm just making it so that I'm trying to get my mug off of there, but it's not working. You'll
It's fun. Thank
have to
you,
suffer
Don.
through me, everybody. All right, go
I like,
ahead, Michelle.
okay. I want to thank Don Kingfisher Campbell for this event and this opportunity. And I am number one. Woohoo! However, my poem goes like this. Da, 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 da. He is not my president. God help America, for it will become hell in a handbasket under the state, United States of America. That's three K's, baby. And under his felonious and fascist leadership, trouble, tyrannical, racist, repugnant, unintelligible, misogynist pig. He is a buffoon in a navy blue two-size small suit, rotund white shirt belly, and a MAGA red necktie, dressed up for that McDonald's Big Mac meal. Hey, don't forget that blonde haystack toupee hairdo. Woo! It seemed to be posted on. What a Looney Tune! The commander and thief pontificates conversation with that big apple accent that one day I will visit again at all five boroughs and take a bite. Crunch. Does he even know the three branches of the government? Does anybody know them all? I know I do. Can he even pass a U.S. citizenship civics test? I don't know. Get a clue. With his narcissistic ways to circumvent the patriotic red, white, and blue. His winning is Trump's hangover. America, with three Ks under his leadership, will need more than a four-leaf clover. President 45, President 47, and the MAGA Part 2 coming to the United States near you. Supporters are the sheep. Bad, bad, and voted in. He is the worst Gemini on the planet. Sheep don't complain when bad, bad. Trump pins into law a life of comfort, cause, change you had and is now slaughtered, especially for the voting apathetic that chose not to bother. Oh, what a mighty web we and Trump weave in order to deceive. Let me repeat that. Oh, what a mighty web we weave in Trump in order to deceive. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Time and Trump will tell, and the United States shall see the Estonian nations flag waving. Red won the battle, blue will win the war. Remember this: American Democrats are the donkey, Republicans are the elephants, but Trump is a true jackass, for he is not my president, and he is still a trouble, tyrannical, racist, repugnant, and unintelligible, misogynist pig. Dun, 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 Thank you.
Ooh, thank you, Michelle. But tell us how you really feel. Yes. Yeah. All right. So that's right. Freedom of expression here on the Kingfisher Poetry Forum. And we're going to keep on. Woohoo. Catch her other poems on the website, of course. She's got 3. Let's see, is Neil in the house? We have a new guy. Mary, Mary, you're here. Hello, Mary.
Hello.
There you are.
Yes.
Okay. Which poem's it going to be, Mary?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I
You want
just
me to
got
go over them
on.
real quick?
Pardon me?
I can go over them real quick if you like.
Okay, which one's your favorite?
Well, we got Traveling with Mark Lippman's bus there. No, that's not his bus. And we got Repeating Years. That's an interesting one. And finally, that's it. Okay, only 2.
Oh.
So I'm going to go with Repeating Years
Oh, okay.
because I like that one.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah.
Repeating years. A journey back in time. Years pass quickly. Finding yourself. Defining who you are. Your 10-year reunion. Did they change? Children acting as grown-ups. You gotta go down.
There
Oops.
you go.
Thinking they were all that. Heyday for popular students, cheerleaders, jocks, troublemakers, bullies. Spread rumors, gossip, sweethearts forever. Stagnant. Grow together. Grow apart. Extension of high school. 8 to 5 jobs. Never ending. Few break the cycle. Town did not change. People did not change. I did.
Yo! Mary Meyer Shapiro. I'm certainly glad you did. That's a great last line.
Thank you.
And that is not Chad. I don't think Chad.
Oh, me without a beard.
Yeah. All right. So, Jay Martin, are you here? No. Echo in the Wilderness, but he's such an interesting poet. Jennifer.
She would not be here because she will not read on Saturday. She's Orthodox.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good reason. That's a very good reason. Thank you for telling me, Lynn. Well, we
Yeah,
can
but
always
it's
read
after
her.
sundown.
Hey, there's Lynn. Lynn, which poem would you like to read?
I think I only have the one poem here.
Oh, okay, that makes it easy. I had a lot of fun researching the photos here. These are very
I appreciate the photos. Yes. Those are photos of the 2 women I mentioned in the poem, Hannah Senesh and Violet Szabo. They were both agents in the resistance during World War II. Hannah Senesh came from what was then known as Palestine, and Violet Szabo was living in England but was half French and joined the resistance when her husband was killed. So I did some research on both of their lives, and this poem is called Resistance. Hannah Senesh, Violet Szabo, say their names. They were among others who are remembered now, but not when they fought. They did not fight to be remembered, but rather to enable others to live. They gave their lives and all that they had to look forward to, not knowing if they would have any more pleasure. Hannah Senesh, under captivity, kept a diary. She wrote toward the end, I love the warm sunlight. She refused to reveal the secret codes the Nazis wanted. Violet Szabo had a young daughter whom she never saw again. Starving in a prison camp, she kept up her spirits almost to the end. Both women died at age 23 from a torrent of bullets, not knowing if anything they did would count. I don't know if I could be a resistance fighter. I want to be remembered. I don't want to fight in the dark. I have the needs of someone who has lived in the sunlight and refuses to give it up. Some say just living under pressure is resisting. In that case, I resist To the enemy, I don't remember codes. Remember me, remember us, remember freedom and those who resist.
Yeah. Well, Lynn, that is a very good reason to write poetry, isn't it?
Well, for what it helps, and I wrote that, a few days after the election to comfort myself. And we all have our own way of resisting. There's different ways to do it, and getting right on it in some ways. And this was one of the things that I did, but just one.
Spectacular. Steve. You're gonna have to unmute, Steve. Yeah. You gotta unmute. I had previously muted you when you were on the phone. Here we go. Yeah, you gotta hit that button on the bottom left. Sorry, now
Can you
you're
hear?
now
Can you
you're
hear me
here.
now?
Now you're here.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Steve. Sorry, I muted you when you were on the phone because I didn't want your, all to be private.
I couldn't think of a name for this because I wrote it so quickly on one of the Saturday afternoon workshops. So I just named it a poem. There is no meaning to life. It's just a thought, or maybe a smile, or maybe a hug, or maybe a dream. Just open your eyes, look around, tell a lover, and look at the past and caress the sky. See the future, lick an ice cream cone, eat something bitter, and watch a baby smile. And when the time comes, remove your hate and leave something behind so the future can see the past. So caress yourself and live for the humility of death.
Yeah, fantastic, Steve. I requested this poem because I think it really tells it well. Thank you, Steve.
It's one of the shortest poems I've ever written.
And it's a good one, They say
Thanks.
it's harder to write a good short poem than a good long poem, and this is proof. This is a
Yeah,
good short poem.
thanks.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I saw Ellen, but is JF around, Ellen?
Oh no, sorry, but I'll give regards. Thank you.
Oh, wow. See Katerina. If you're here, let me know. So I'll just keep going. She's an excellent poet, right? Everybody, Katerina. Arthur. Now that's a new name to me. Arthur, you look like a joke. Yeah, and I take full responsibility for the pictures here because just only on this website do I do this. I try to find pictures that'll work with the poem. Judy, are you there? Norman. Oh, yeah. I think he's a senior poet laureate, isn't that right, Keloki?
Is he older than me?
Oh, yeah, he's got to be.
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
sure. No, not sure. I'm not sure. Well, you guys are up there. All right. Mani, are you here? No. It is a Saturday. Leave. Marvin. Jack. That's not Jack.
Nope.
I'm having fun with that.
I envy his
All right.
beard, but that's not.
Marietta. Is that Maria? Marietta?
Yes, it's me.
Yeah, good. I made a good guess. Would you like to read one of your poems?
The first one.
Okay.
This one. This one.
Oh, not the first one?
Yes, yes, Sanbon Zakura mirror dance.
Yeah.
Firstly, I want to specify that I have never been a political woman. So, the poem. I had closed the cracked window. The first gust of wind, flute, drums, and fleeting movements, explosions and distortions, vanished into the approaching rain. It was like slowly dancing with the image in the mirror, or fragmenting memories of love to clear the mind of emotions consumed by the summer heat. I sat next to a neighbor whose husband had been a soldier in Asia until he was shot in half. He had always been among the best. The movement accelerated without music, creating tension and evoking feelings of euphoria and chills, similar to a movie sequence. The dancers wore white sashes around their heads and pirouetted at a high tempo to create a lively movement. The window opened, bringing the noise of the metropolis and the smell of the wind. It didn't bring a fatal infection like those found in poles or left by lost civilizations. It was only a rainy wind. These bacteria are real and can transform into weapons, unlike in Disney animations. Life is not an illusion in and of itself. When life becomes a hallucination, something else must be real. Hail hit the roof of silence. The dancers expressed God's numbers by waving their arms above their heads, clapping wildly and swaying their bodies. The dance did not appear to be pre-choreographed. Ancestral emotions cleared the mind's clutter, crawled quickly within the suffering souls, and began to peacefully disappear. Thank you.
Thank you, Marita. You are an excellent reader. You make every word count. I love it.
Thank you very much.
More of her poetry can be read here. Cannon, there's a name some of us know from poetic history. It's nice to see her on the site. Hoping she might be able to be here. No. Carrie? Michael McGee. Now there's a name I had to look at twice. Because we know Matt McGee. Any relation? No. So Michael's got 3. This poet was recommended to me by Ray Tovar, Edward Vidare. Fine poet. Don't see him. Okay. But definitely I recommend reading his poetry. Mark Littman. Oh, yeah, I heard of that guy. Definitely got to hear from Mark. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Don. This is a bit of a tricky poem to do on Zoom. It's one of my performance pieces, and it goes with music. Obviously, it's a take off of REM. So I'm going to try this with the music, and hopefully it comes out right, but it's the only way to do this poem. So get ready. Here we go.
Hey, Mark, let's do a quick test of the music just to see if it
Well,
comes through.
okay.
Is that possible? I'm saying that because there are two
Yep.
different settings on Zoom for music. I want to make sure I have the
Yeah,
correct one.
I did use that for my audio. Let's see how. Tell me if you hear the music.
Yeah, right.
Do you
Not
hear
sure.
that?
No.
No.
All right, let me try if I can switch a setting here.
Yeah, when I saw the poem that you picked for this, I was like, uh-oh. Because I can do another poem.
Well, you could, but this is a great poem.
Yeah,
Right.
but
I tried to optimize it. Let's see. Try that music one more time. Let's see if it'll work.
can you hear that?
Oh God, no.
No. Huh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That should be more technical, but I'm not.
Yeah, because I did my see, I had a feeling this was going to be a problem. Sorry, and this is all, of course, being recorded.
Let me ask you this real quick. Let me ask you this real just very fast. There's something on here that's a beta called live performance audio.
I'm setting that right now.
Okay, I'm setting it to
I just set that, so let me see if you hear this
one
again.
last try on the music. Yeah, one last try. Here we go. Oh,
Do you hear that?
no. Oh,
No.
sorry. Okay, so it's up to you. Your call. Which poem do you want to do?
Well, yeah, it doesn't really work without that. So, um, let me
You
give
can
you,
sing it. Everybody knows the song.
yeah, but without the music, it's gonna come off awful.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah.
All right, go ahead and do what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That's
Let
okay.
me pull up
That's okay.
another poem then. Hold on.
It's on the side. It's on the side. They can read it.
Sure. Um, what was that?
Momentarily stop the share. Although looking at a piece of toast. No, no, that's distracting.
Hold on.
All right, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. Um, oh, jeez. Oh boy. Can you come back to me after the next poet?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna head over to Ron once I get sharing one more time. Come on, share. There we go. Okay, Ron, which poem would you like to do?
Let's see. I'll do what's done cannot be undone. What's done cannot be undone.
Gotcha. It's the third one.
Yes.
I had a
Sorry.
little too much fun with the picture there.
What's done cannot be undone. Years of electing fools and grubs and sublimating our sense have inured us to guilt and tricked our consciousness, our consciences, so that we cannot even guess the difference between rats and snakes and what lies between, a mind-blowing stench.
Ah, Ron, that last line gets a 10 out of 10. Sure. Okay. Let's see who's next. I'm going to check in with Mark. Are you ready, Mark? Because if not, I'm going to look for David Fuster. David. David.
Oh, okay, Don. I've got a poem I can do here.
Okay, I'm going to stop the share. We'll head over to you, Mark.
Oh, oh. Okay, this is brand new. So let's see how this first time I'm reading this. It's called Nothing Personal. It's just business, nothing personal, that we bombed that tiny village, those refugee camps, blew up that school and all the hospitals. We have weapon contracts that must be fulfilled, oil containers and gas tanks to be filled to justify the tanks and all those who must be killed. It's just good for the economy. It's just business, nothing personal. While you can't pay rent or earn a living wage, pay off your student debt, or even afford groceries, investors need a return. Wheels need to keep spinning, and we must keep on winning. It's the American way. It's just business, nothing personal. Why healthcare is so expensive. Why it's your body, but you don't have any choice. Why it's your vote, but you don't have any voice. Whichever way you turn, it's lesser and greater evil. It's not that we don't care, but that we are the devil. It's really nothing personal. It's all just good business, keeping you divided, blaming Latinos for losing abortions and overturning Roe v. Wade, blaming women for mass deportations and building the wall. The battle of the sexes will have them all out on parade while we keep on killing children to build up a new resort on top of their dead bodies for all our rich cronies, good old red and blue alike. It's shock and awe all day. It's really just good business. There's nothing personal to it. It's just the way it is, the way it's always been, until you finally stand up and do something about it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what the poetry forum's all about. Hey, Mark, if you want to, feel free to send me that poem. I'll put it up on the site if you like.
Sure, that way next time I don't have to confuse you all with the musical encore. There you go.
Yeah. All right. Now we turn back to the forum itself to see who the next poet is. Rick Lupert. He's got 3 poems. That's wonderful. Ellen, maybe I know you're here.
Hi, good to hear everyone and see everyone. Let me see. You know, I think I'll read this one, but I just, could you remind me with the second and third word? I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that I'll read just
I'm very
fine.
happy to do that for you because, even in the heat of the moment here doing this thing, it's hard for me to remember who's got what.
Exactly. And I think Dean's here now, so don't forget, he came in, I think at some point, and I think he was called early, so he's now here. Oh, okay.
Cartography, how to stay alive, and deep fatigue.
Well, maybe I'll do how to stay alive. Gosh, it's hard to decide. Is that okay? That's the second one there. Thank you.
Yeah.
And thanks, Don, for all you do. You're a rock for sure. So this is called How to Stay Alive. Hold a musical note until it covers your soul. Your memory will become blurred. Loneliness is a verb. Jump into a painting now and then. Merge with an alphabet in the pages of a book. When the world becomes too much, remember the tin can line of all who have felt like that is infinite and eternal, like breath itself, reverberating on an ocean, taking in the breeze. Thank you.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Ellen's one of my favorite poets. Okay, moving on.
Wow, thank you.
Mhm. Beverly,
I'll do gray matter.
you got it.
Yeah. Okay. Gray matter can mistaken ready for a red light and slide wet across dry sand without attachment, or ignite and then drown its own spark. Gray matter can ignore roots but dance to sound, can fall fast from the steepest side of a mountain because it looked down. It can knock inspiration back into its earliest seed-like form, or pray to be grounded but float with arms out, eyes closed, and make feeling weary the norm. Gray matter forgets that new challengers appear no matter how many have been beheaded, that attitudes are invisible energy, contagious, moving without any official word, and can advance faster when dreaded. Like the last call for closing time on a burning building where the beams file for the divorce against themselves.
Wow.
Thank you.
You're unique, Beverly, and the world's a better place because of it.
Thank you, Don. Thank you
Yeah,
so much. We appreciate you.
likewise. Okay, let's see. Page 2 already. Okay. Who starts page 2? Ivan. Oh, yeah, Jesse recommended Ivan. It's a great poem there. Shonda, everybody knows Shonda, I hope. Wonderful poet. I was just reading on Facebook her newest project. We're happy to have your poetry here, Shonda. Wish you were here. Luis, that shy guy. He came to a reading at the Libros. That's the only time I've seen him. He was wonderful. Yeah. Love to have you, Luis. Wyatt. Wyatt is now in Whittier. Mr. Z, the mysterious Mr. Z. I don't know who that is. What's the good poem? Andrea Varga. Couldn't find her on Facebook. It's a wild of a poem on beauty. It's an extraordinary poem. Lisa Margarita Mora, another poet who has been making poetry almost as long as I have been. Dwayne, couldn't find you, Dwayne. Yeah, really tried to find Dwayne. Couldn't find him. Good stuff too. Oh, helps us all. All right, because you're here, Calicky, I want to read the poem with your name in it, okay, man? That's the way it goes. It's called Cultural Appropriation. Oh, Kaluki, you suggested making the November theme for Four Feathers Press online edition Dia de los Muertos. Isn't that not as bad as performing songs from another culture like Paul Simon did on Graceland? And now that I think about it, me and Julio down by the schoolyard don't even mention Genesis. Yikes. Am I allowed to order my beloved bean and cheese burrito anymore? And I just bought dumplings at the 168 Market on Valley Boulevard, and nobody stopped me except to say shisha. You know why I got them. My wife is from Dalian. Then, adulted in Sanya, is getting married the ultimate CA. Wait a minute. I'm writing this poem in English. Talk about colloquial acquisition. Matthew. Are you here, Matthew? No. Selma, yeah. Selma's here. Which poem would you like to read, Selma?
I'll go ahead and do the first one, replay.
You got it.
All right. Press your ear on the child's chest. He's 5 and in distress. His heart fluttering like a wounded bird's, quivering in little pearl taps you'll barely feel. Hold his hand, just twigs chilled and quaking. Fingers in a ball so hard, nails digging into flesh. So pull the little sticks apart so you can place his palm in yours. Look deeply in the child's unblinking eyes, so wide, orbs frozen, tears layered clear, shimmering, stopped, unflowing, the whites like ice on coal. Lay your ear near his mouth and hear his rasping breath stutter like a dying man's. Uncurl his body from the kitchen floor and hold him in your lap. Hold him close and warm. Don't talk to him, for he won't hear. Don't raise him up, for he won't rise. His eyes are glued to his daddy on the rug, the pool of red spreading dark and fast. He's starting school next week, this little boy, and his dad took off the day to walk him there. Uncurled, sitting in your lap, his head tilted to his father, this child is in distress. Don't speak to him, for he can't hear. Don't stand him up, for he can't stand. His pencil legs quiver on yours, his silent lips wet now because his tears unplugged themselves. In the other corner, on the floor, the cop bawls like a man condemned, his pistol on the chair, his red face bobbing in his trembling hands, as clueless now as when his holster freed his gun. Tonight the screens will flash the dead man in his uniform and tell how he went deaf in war and how he saw his window break and summoned help and how all hell broke loose.
Thank you, Thelma. You know, reading your poem on the screen is a very good thing. And then hearing you read it is confirmation that this is a great marriage of screen and person. That's what I love about doing readings this way, because you get the best of all worlds. You can hear the poet, see the poet. It's a little bit of a small square, and see the poem. What a poem. Hey, would you be willing to do a little commercial, Thelma, before we move on to the next poet? Because I know you just announced some things about the Altadena Poetry Anthology.
The Pushcart Prize, is that what you're talking about? Or
Yeah, you can mention that if you like, or anything else about it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Just wanted to say that we have been so delighted. We, Golden Foothills Press, the editors, Peter, may he rest in peace. We love him and miss him so much. And Carla Sameth, we have been very pleased with the Altadena Poetry Review Anthology 2024. And so we recently, a small editorial group, I invited 2 editors, very experienced, who know this book really, really well, who know the poets. And I asked them to collaborate with me in choosing the 6 Pushcart Prize nominees. That's what Pushcart Prize Foundation will allow. It will allow up to 6 nominations from any one editor or one publisher. In this case, it was the editors and me, the publisher, working together. Peter Harris, before he passed away, put in writing the 3 poems from this book that he wished to nominate for the Pushcart Prize. So then I turned to Carla Sameth, his co-poe laureate, and in consultation with her and my other editor helper, we came up with the other 3. So we have 6 wonderful poems from this anthology that have been already nominated. They've already been submitted into the New York-based Pushcart Poetry Foundation. So we will just wait and see how things go. And
Fantastic.
I think I did post them on Facebook. So thank you all. May I just say their names?
Quick question, if I may.
Yes.
Quick question. Is this
Sure.
anthology still available to be purchased?
Yes, thank you. It is still available. People can go on our press's website, goldenfoothillspress.com, and order it there. They can go into their indie bookstore, where we're big fans of indies, and request that if they don't have it stocked, if they could order it for them. And of course, it's also available on Amazon. So thank you very much. And may I just very quickly state the names of the nominees?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay.
For posterity here on YouTube.
Okay. And again, it's Pushcart. It's a poem that gets nominated, but we know that none of these poems wrote themselves. So here are the poets associated with that. And I'll just say their names. It is up on Facebook. Susan Auerbach, Shonda Buchanan, Bibiana Aparicio Chamberlain, Bill Cushing, Susan Hecht, and Emily Silich. Congratulations to them and to all the outstanding 138 poets who were published. And in the coming days, I shall also issue the shortlisted, a list of who the shortlisted other considered poets were for Pushcart Prize. So thank you. Thank you all so much for letting me share this information.
Thank you, Thelma. Well, as you can guess by the old screen on the electronic wall, our next poet is Keluki.
Thank you. Everybody knows I'm an old country poet, turned into a country teacher. My grandmother was on a family farm, and in those days, that's when they sung about old MacDonald had a farm, but corporations have taken over the farming business now, and this is about that. Old MacDonald had a factory farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this factory farm he had some chicks, E-I-E-I-O, with a cluck-cluck, and the cage too cramped to spread wings here, and a cluck-cluck and cage too cramped to spread wings there. Here a cluck, cluck in cage, too cramped to spread wings. There are cluck in cage, too cramped to spread wings. Everywhere clucks in cages, too cramped to spread wings. Old MacDonald had a factory farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a factory farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his factory farm, he had some pigs, E-I-E-I-O. With an oink oink and pin too tight to turn around here, and an oink oink and pin too tight to turn around there. Here an oink oink and pin too tight to turn around. There an oink oink and pin too tight to turn around. Everywhere oink oinks and pins too tight to turn around. Old MacDonald had a factory farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a factory farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his factory farm, he had some cows, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo-moo belch here and a moo-moo fart there. Here a moo-moo belch, there a moo-moo fart. Everywhere greenhouse gases fill the skies, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a factory farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on this factory farm, they used pesticides, E-I-E-I-O, with dead honeybees here and dead monarch butterflies there. Here, dead honeybees, there, dead monarch butterflies. Everywhere, despite this ecocide, he still maximizes his bottom line, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a factory farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Wow, you still got it, Teluki. Sweet. Sweet. Let's see,
Well,
who's
they
next?
can take the
Essay?
country from the boy, but they can take the boy from the country, but they can't take the country from the boy, even the 90-year-old boy.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on both counts. Essay, I don't see a. Let's see who's next. Oh, a couple essays, yeah. There's a couple essays, 3 essays in this website. Jackie.
Hello. Um,
One.
I think I'm gonna read The Painted Door. It was hard to decide which one to read.
Okay.
The Painted Door. I'd open the door for you, man, woman, dark-haired or blonde, any colored eyes, clean cut or rugged, holes or no holes on jeans. A door, if you'd allow me, to the wonderland in my heart, where we interlock our multicolored, smooth or rough fingers. Very short poem.
Yes, and you know what they say, it's hard to make a good short poem, but you do it all the time.
Okay.
Quite
I
gifted.
envy the people who can write longer poems.
Well, I wish I had a response to that. Oh, Lynn, are you here? Lynn from England. This explains the spelling of puns. Got 3 poems. Michelle, hang on. That's not right. You're on page 3. Hold on here. I know what's going on. Here we go. Now we're right. The final page. Jean is in the house.
I forgot. Do I have 2 poems here?
Let's check. You know, these are on the stage times. We got childcare is childcare. And watching the squirrels when it is spring again.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I'll
those-
do that. I'll do the squirrels.
You got it.
All right. Watching the squirrels when it is spring again. We tell them, think of treasure, acorns folded into the earth, small offerings beneath changing seasons.
They dart, paws digging wildly, a little thrill in each clawful of earth, hoping for something better. But they only find splinters, last year's leftovers, cracked shells, the taste of recycled promises, hard scrabble, last year's labor. They blink, flick their tails, settle back into the earth, nibbling without a second thought. A song of hands and claws making do. For them, it doesn't matter who manages this park or whatever. It's the same old city space.
Watch that pronunciation there at the end.
Well,
Yeah,
either
great
pronunciation would
allegory.
be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's either city
Fantastic.
or shitty. Oh, I forgot you're recording this.
Oh, that's all right. You know, YouTube, no problem. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. This is great poetry. I just love seeing it, like I've been saying all along. It's great to hear and see the poet and the poem. It's really a great marriage. Sterling, he was in the first poetry forum, submitted again. And is that it? I think that's it. So, did I miss anybody? Did I get you all? Got you all. Well, I want to thank you then for having been a part of this. It's going to be immortalized on YouTube so you can disseminate your poetry. Hold on. This just in. This poet just in. Katerina. We'll give her a chance to acclimate, and I will find her poem while she's acclimating. Say hello to Katerina, everybody.
Hi. Did I just pop on and you're getting ready to put me on?
Well, as you can see, we reached the bottom of the scroll, so I'm going to do that thing that supposedly works. Let's type your name in.
Ah,
Let's give it a try.
yeah, I do need to acclimate a minute.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully this works. If the name disappears, I think that means it works. And it worked. Yeah. So let's do a little quick checklist here. She's got fragile foundations and raven fonted letters
Okay.
and the sludge we inherit. So just choose one of those.
Let's do the sludge we inherit.
Okay.
Are you going to scroll it while I read it there?
Yes, it's been working well. So give it a go.
Okay, thank you. The sludge we inherit. Father, your Texas steer has fallen to black sludge infused with forever chemicals. Goldman Sachs laughed at the "Don't Mess with Texas" bumper stickers as they spread PFAS fertilizer across the heartland. At least 1 million acres have drunk the muck that kills cows, caused cancers, and developmental delays in children. Don't worry, these chemicals only last forever. We, of course, have a shorter lifespan to think about these woes. So far, we are not dead. There is still time to join the class action lawsuit and maybe receive enough to buy a box of microwave popcorn, which also contains PFAS. When the last cow dies, I will remember Pandora and the box she chose to open in the name of science. Thank you.
Totally emblematic of what we're doing here on the Poetry Forum, right? We got freedom of speech. This world needs some improvements, and poetry is a great way to suggest that, isn't it? And yeah, I'm up for some class action lawsuit. I'll probably get $6 or $7. Yeah, that's how it works. All right. Well, once again, thank you everybody for being here. This will be up on YouTube hopefully within an hour, and you can feel free to disseminate that throughout the electronic land. And hopefully we'll do this again next year. Yeah. All right. So have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. I will publish on Facebook the YouTube channel link. Yeah, glad you asked that question there. All right. Happy post-Thanksgiving.
See you later, Don. See you later, everybody. Nice reading. Wonderful.